Yeah, there's a bottle that's almost empty that my wife labeled, and you could see through the bottom of it. Yeah. You going to make some more noise there?
I'll try. Yeah.
Just scratch that mic a little. Just scratch the mic a little bit. All right, I'm ready if you're ready. Well, welcome to another episode of today's Bourbon Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Marcel, here with the Matthew Cercelli.
Welcome.
Woo! Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, bud.
It's been a long week. I think
sure
we said that last time.
We did.
Yeah, we like to record on Fridays if we can, and it's just been, life is crazy right now, which is a good thing. Work is busy for both of us. We love to do this, but this is our second job. So we have to do our first job and then come out here when we can. So
yep, pays the bills and buys the bourbon.
That's right. So let's talk about that then. We had a couple little hauls, if you want to call them.
Yeah. We struck gold at a few locations. Picked up a couple new bottles.
Some repeat bottles, which is okay.
Repeat bottles, yeah. I mean, we're adding to our inventory.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate to find a couple extra bottles of the Eagle Rare, which
it's hard to find where we live.
Very hard to find where we're at. Yeah.
So if you can find it where we live and it's not overpriced, we're going to grab it every time.
Yeah.
And so now it's funny because we haven't really had multiple bottles.
Right.
We pretty much finish a bottle, try to pick it back up, and we're learning, there's certain things, if it's there, you got to grab it.
Absolutely.
So one of the ones that I've seen in the whiskey tube world was the Ezra Brooks 99. And I've not ever seen that here in any of our local stores. And of course, as you start reading about it and you watch the videos and stuff, you're like, dang, man, I wish I could try that. Well, in one of our local stores here, the guy who owns it, who we've been, just working with and having a relationship, he said he was getting a case in. So we were anticipating it and we weren't sure if we were going to get it. It's only 6 bottles. And could we get one of them? Maybe. Well, we did. We got one. We brought it to the shack and we tried it. And remember how we talked in previous episodes about marketing and does that affect you and does that mess with your head? And it does. But putting all that aside, in all honesty, I mean, we're adult enough to be able to taste a bourbon and tell you if it's good or not good. I thought it was very good.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, in this price point, it's a home run. It really is.
A lot of flavor. Good flavor.
A lot of flavor. Very easy to drink. And I mean, at 99 proof, once again, this is another one of those products where it could easily be on the shelf in the $50, $60 range, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
If I were to see that in a store, I would definitely buy it. So, in any way, this new bottle selection to our inventory right now is extremely good. And Marcel was lucky enough to find another bottle of this
today.
So we added that to our inventory because we really like it.
Well, I went back down there and I did not at all expect it to be there.
Right.
I actually went in there for something completely different and it was still there. There was actually another bottle and I didn't want to be a hoarder. Yeah, let somebody else have it. So, I mean, it's something we're not going to be able to get our hands on very often. So I figured, all right, so we'll have one that we open and we'll have a backup.
And I remember when you told me the story that there was only the one on the shelf.
Well, I took mine and there was one left.
No, when you initially bought it, the first time you bought it, I thought you said there was only one.
Well, it looked like it, but I think they were pushed back.
Oh, okay.
I think they were pushed back. So
in any case, I mean, so today we're just doing a completely random blind taste.
Well, we had that, and that made us think, okay, this is really good at 99 proof.
Right.
It's a hard to find, although it's really not a very expensive bourbon.
Correct.
It's still hard to find. And we said, why don't we do a blind taste test and put this up against a few other items? One of them, which we love very much, is 1792 single barrel.
It's the single barrel.
The E.H. Taylor, which is obviously it's one of those allocated bourbons, way overpriced most of the time.
In our opinion,
it's way overpriced.
Yeah.
The MSRP is not overpriced.
Right.
But good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, we were able to get that, I think, for what, $50?
$50 or $60, I think.
Yeah.
No,
maybe $55
bucks.
No, I got.
That's right.
I ended up getting that in the Stag Junior, the same place.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
And one of the things about the place that we frequent is that he is not a price gouger.
Right.
He's not a price gouger. And you go there, and I went there one day, and there was Stag Junior on the top shelf just sitting there. And I think I paid like $50 or $55 for it. And this E.H. Taylor was also there. So if you can get it at an MSRP or even a little bit above, absolutely it's worth it. But to pay $150.
Yeah. Remember a few weeks ago, I told you I stopped at that little store. I walked in, and the first thing I saw was George T. Stagg.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and it was expensive.
What is the MSRP on that typically?
I know the Stag Junior. I don't know the George T. Stagg because that.
Well, even if it were $200.
Well, I don't even think it's that.
Okay. Well, let's just say it was $200. When I asked owner,
it was
$1,000. $1,000. And I thought, who in their right mind? I mean, even if I had all the money in the world, I mean, that'd be really hard pressed, you know. And I mean, some of these products that are hard to find. I mean, you just said it. I mean, this gentleman at this particular store, we've been very fortunate to find some of the obscure products that are hard to find, and he doesn't really upcharge.
No,
but his competitor, not too far from him, does. And we, when we were first involved in this, we would go down there, and I mean, we were paying $100 for the same bottle of Eagle Rare.
Yeah, and you know, in our defense, we were newer at the time, and you get so excited, and you're like, "Dang, man, you may not be able to find that." So I think now you and I would be like, "Yeah, we'll pass. Yeah, it'll come back around. We'll find it eventually."
Right. So
I didn't finish real quick. I just want to finish the last bottle.
Yeah.
So we had mentioned the Ezra Brooks 99, the 1792 single barrel, the E.H. Taylor bottled in bond, and then also the Knob Creek Quarter Oak, which is something we've had here in the shack.
Yeah.
It's 100 proof, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, well, why don't we do a blind and let's do 4 different distilleries.
Yeah.
All within, 1 or even a half proof point.
Right.
And I can tell you I can already tell you that they're going to be very different because I think the Knob Creek and the Ezra Brooks are going to lean towards a similar profile. And I think the 1792 and the E.H. Taylor are going to lean towards another flavor profile.
What is the price of that Knob Creek? Do you remember what we paid for that?
I don't remember exactly what we paid for, but the average price is around $50.
Okay. Well, that's a good point. So we have 2, the Ezra Brooks and the 1792, that are under $50.
Well, the 1792, 45 to 50 depends on where you get it.
I just paid $40 for it.
Yeah, so that's a good price.
Yeah,
that's a good price.
And the Ezra Brooks is
$33.
Now the Taylor is obviously
about 55.
Yeah, 55, and Knob Creek's probably around 50.
Yeah,
maybe you can find it a little less than that, but very good choices. I mean, in the price points as well.
So, I think so.
Mean, yeah, we're right in there.
I think so. So we were looking forward to trying this and having a little bit of fun. So again, the Ezra Brooks 99 is obviously 99 proof, and the E.H. Taylor is a bottled in bond, which makes it 100 proof. The Knob Creek is also 100 proof, and the 1792 was 98.6 proof. So I mean, we're right there, man. Because a lot of times, we'll try to do something. If something is off in the proof point, it's a giveaway.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Not always.
No.
But sometimes you're like, I can tell this is probably XYZ. What we're probably going to do is we're going to, pause this. We're going to do our sipping, and then we'll come back and we'll talk and we'll go through that some more. So we'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We are back. I don't know what to say.
That was interesting because, those 4 all have different flavor profiles. And
well, yeah, but they're divided. I think
they are divided. And off mic, you were talking about your flavor profiles that you like, the sweetness.
Yeah.
I mean,
2 of them are not that.
There's one that really stands out, and I'm so surprised that you didn't pick that out.
What do you mean? It stands out as far as what?
Its flavor profile.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, they can't see what we're pointing at.
Yeah. Number 3.
So number 3, we have the Lazy Susans out here. Well, I knew that was that's your favorite, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I knew it. You want mine to guess?
Yeah.
My guess is that's a Knob Creek.
Wrong.
Okay.
So that's the Ezra Brooks.
All right. We're going to find out.
Okay.
So I was telling Matt, it's interesting. And actually, can I back up real quick?
Yeah.
Yesterday we sat here. We had these out.
Right.
I made my prediction.
You did.
Do you remember what it was?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what was it?
You
My number 1 was going to be
1792.
Yep. Number 2?
Followed by the Knob Creek or the Ezra Brooks.
Knob Creek?
Knob Creek, Ezra Brooks, and Old Taylor.
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor.
Excuse me.
So that was my prediction. Did you have one yesterday?
No. I wanted to try them.
You just wanted to try them.
Yeah.
So I just, in my head, having tried them all, I'm like, I think the 1792 is going to shine.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of that was, I was concerned about the E.H. Taylor because everybody wants the E.H. Taylor to win because it's E.H. Taylor.
Right.
And we've had it before, and I'm like, I don't even really love it.
Yeah.
So it'll be funny if I picked it tonight.
Yeah.
So what I was telling Matt is that on these 2 Lazy Susans, my wife had poured these for us, and interestingly enough, in my opinion, they're split. I think Lazy Susan number 1 and 2, I feel is the 1792 and the Taylor, and then 3 and 4 I feel is the Ezra Brooks and the Knob Creek.
I agree. I do
because they're totally different. One's more woody, one's more sweet forward.
Yeah.
So
and we could be completely off here, but I have a feeling the winner is going to be surprising.
So I would agree with you, and I knew right away when we were tasting, I said I knew what your favorite one was, and it was that one.
Yeah.
Because I believe that's the Knob Creek. You believe it's the Ezra Brooks.
I do.
We're going to find out. But we both agree that it's not the 1792 or the E.H. Taylor,
I'm hoping they're
not.
Know.
So you have a favorite. I don't, because I didn't love any of them, but I have to have a favorite. So that's really hard because that one is very flavorful, but it's, I get stuck on always wanting it to taste a sweet forward.
Sure.
I agree with you. I think that has the most flavor of the 4 that we have. So if I were going by flavor alone, I probably would choose that. This first one here, which my guess is E.H. Taylor, keeps surprising me. And that's why I said I'm probably got him flip-flop.
Yeah. And I think I agreed. I had it pegged as the 1792 at first, but I flipped.
So I have to laugh because we went off air.
Yes.
And we started to sniff him. And what did I do? I guessed all 4 of them within 12 seconds, right? Yeah. Now, whether they're right or wrong, I don't know, but I smelled it. I'm like, E.H. Taylor,
right?
1792, Knob Creek, Ezra Brooks. So I'm just curious to see if I'm right, just on a 30-second nosing of them.
Yeah.
All right, so now I got to pick a favorite. Ah, jeez.
We can still keep drinking?
Sure. I don't like that. It's got to be between number 2 and number 3, which would be 2 different worlds. So let me try this one here. On the nose. I'm telling you, this has got to be the Knob Creek. This has got to be the Knob Creek. And we've had it before.
Yeah.
And it is actually really good. And we've kind of ignored it. It's been sitting there for a long time. And we've had that for a while. And the bottle's only half gone. All right. So it smells great. I don't really love the finish on that. I'm going to go with number 2. You're going with number 3.
Yes.
Right,
as our favorite.
So my favorite is number 2. Okay. Did you by chance have a favorite on the nose?
3 again.
3 again.
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that. I would say that it has a lot of flavor on the nose.
Yeah.
So my favorite on the nose would be 3. My favorite on the palate would be 2.
2.
So there's only one way to figure this out.
That's right.
And let's do it. So we're going to go starting with number 1,
okay,
which is pink. My guess was E.H. Taylor, and your guess was?
Number 1, I have E.H. Taylor.
So we both have E.H. Taylor. Is E.H. Taylor pink? It is pink.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we never did our favorite to our least favorite. I would say.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think we might be in agreement. Go ahead, mark them. So I'll do that.
Well, I don't even know now. I mean, my favorite would have been 2, then 3. So it would be, all right. So can I just sip real quick? Nose.
We'll reveal the favorites at the end.
This would be 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3, 4. All right. I feel kind of bad. So my favorite was number 2. My second favorite was number 3. My third was the E.H. Taylor, which we just learned.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one was the Ezra Brooks. which we don't know yet, but I have a feeling
That's the Knob Creek.
Really?
Yeah. So my favorite was number 3, Ezra Brooks.
Allegedly.
1792, 2.
Which is allegedly.
Knob Creek 3, and E.H. Taylor is my last.
Your last. Okay, so we're really close. We're real close. All right, so we'll go with number 2 here. Number 2 is yellow, and I believe yellow to be 1792.
And I do too. That's my choice.
It is.
Oh,
shoot. It's over there. All right. We don't need to move.
Okay.
We'll skip that. We can't move right now. So
we labeled a different, another bottle.
Yeah. There's a bottle that's almost empty that my wife labeled, and you could see through the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You going to make some more noise there?
I'll try. Yeah.
Just scratch that mic a little. Just scratch the mic a little bit. All right. So
let's move on to Ezra Brooks.
Actually, I don't even care about number 2 because we know that's a 1792.
Correct.
There ain't no way in God's green earth that these two are 1792.
True.
So,
no,
they're not.
Okay. All right.
So I believe this number 3, which is Matt's favorite, is the Knob Creek, and he believes it's the Ezra Brooks.
I do.
It is the color peach.
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
No, go.
Drum roll. Peach.
Oh, that's orange.
No, that is not. That is peach. I am 4 for 4 tonight. Oh my goodness!
My goodness! I can't believe I missed.
Is that green?
It is green.
I am 4 for 4 tonight. Oh my goodness!
This had so much wood, and this had the sweetie, spicy.
Do I get some kind of award for that? I sniffed these in like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
you heard me.
No, I agree. Yeah.
All right, so I got them all right, which means my favorite tonight. My prediction was 1792 was going to win, and it did for me. Not for Matt, for me.
Yeah.
And my number 2 was the Knob Creek, and that was my prediction. My number 3 was actually going to be the Ezra Brooks, but it turned out to be my last favorite.
Wow.
And only because the finish on this, finish only.
Yeah.
I like the finish of the E.H. Taylor better than the Ezra Brooks. I don't know. It has a little more of a bite to it, a little bit longer finish. And the Ezra Brooks is more of a woody, shorter finish.
I don't get that. Yesterday we tried that out of the bottle, and it was sweet. It was easy to drink. That's what I'm getting on the Knob Creek. But the Knob Creek is a quarter oak. It's aged in oak barrel. That's what I'm getting. So the
quarter oak is they take some of the whiskey,
right?
They age it in a barrel that's a quarter, I think, right? A quarter of the size.
Yes, a quarter of the size, correct.
And then they mix it with other whiskeys after it ages in that. So it's really good. And so MSRP, okay, so if you were to go with MSRP on the H. Taylor and the 1792, you're probably pretty close.
Yeah.
If you can find it for that.
Right.
They're all great. They are, but wow, are they different? So when we chose them, I wasn't thinking about the fact that 2 of them are going to be very wood forward.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are going to be more.
But see, I disagree on the Ezra Brooks. I don't get.
You don't get that?
I don't get the wood.
Yeah.
We tried it yesterday,
you want me to go get a piece of oak and scratch? We'll do a scratch and sniff.
No, I want your wife to come back in here and check the color schemes again because I got 4 for 4. No, that doesn't bother me at all. Kudos to you. I just remember what we had. I just don't. Well, in my defense, I guess we haven't had that quarter oak in a while.
In quite a while,
I just don't remember it being that sweet.
They were all very good. So that was a great little test.
Yeah, and honestly, every one of these products should be $50 or less. And I mean, they're all very good.
Yeah.
I was surprised today that I mixed these 2 up, but you know what? That's okay. We haven't had the quarter oak in a while. The Ezra Brooks does not taste like it did yesterday or the day before when we tried it.
It's crazy how that happened.
Completely surprised me.
You know, we had that same thing happen with the Stag Junior. It didn't win.
Yeah.
It got knocked out in our high proof showdown, and I was sad about that. And then we had it in our after hours. No, excuse me. We had it the day before.
Right. Yeah.
And it was really good. So it can change. And then I remember I was listening to an episode, and we were smelling the glass afterwards, and the Stag Junior, which got knocked out, it changed again within 10 minutes. It smelled so good.
In our before our show, what did we started out with the Old Forester 93. What did we go? Oh,
no, you poured the Old Forester 1910.
1910, but then we went to the Coopers.
Yeah, the Coopers.
And
it was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I like that better than the Old Forester.
So that was a great little project there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have anything like that you'd like us to try, you can check us out on Instagram and you can message us and we'd be happy to try something out if we have it.
Yeah.
We look forward to getting back onto our high proof showdown. We didn't want to continue to do that every episode, so we want to take a little break and then we'll get back on that and see what our high proof showdown is. I was super happy that I scored another bottle of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520 because my prediction is that's going to probably go all the way to the finals, and we were probably not going to have enough to make it there.
Right.
I think we will if we're gentle.
Yeah.
But at least we, I guess it's not necessarily going to disqualify us, is it?
No.
It's the same juice, but it hasn't been open.
Yeah, the air hasn't hit it. So we'll have to
sip on that. Yeah, we might have to go to like 3/4 ounce.
We'll have to get the eyedropper out.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I think that one's going to make it pretty far.
It's got some good competition.
It does. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. You got anything, Matt?
Congratulations on the 4 for 4.
Thank you.
You pegged it. I was completely baffled by the results. I really, really thought that Ezra Brooks was number 3. And
it's not bad for a guy that can't smell.
You had it right, though. You completely had it right. So
I did tonight.
Good for you.
Actually, my track record's kind of scary. It's growing a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
That's good. All right. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of today's Bourbon Podcast. I'm Marcel here with the Matthew Cercelli. And remember, until tomorrow,
savor today.
Savor today, guys. We are out.